I appreciate the fact that time is being allowed for this discussion. I'm glad that we will have agreement across the House. I think it's important. I don't believe it's nothing. But the key point to register is that it's not enough. I mean, already since last year, there's been 22 separate official pieces of paper passing on this issue. I'm sure the Egyptian authorities are going to be quaking at the prospect of another one not. And it's just not enough. The damage that's been done to this young man, a child at the time of his incarceration, mentally and physically, will actually never be undone. And what we're now involved in is a race to try and rectify the damage and stop it from getting worse. And I do agree with the points made by the other deputies that talking about process and a separation of powers is utterly disconnected from the reality on the ground. And we are giving false signals, and we have to rectify that. On the 15th of February this year, the then Minister for Agriculture, Simon Coveney, was boasting about a trade deal that his department had struck. He said this agreement is a significant boost to the live export trade in Ireland. The addition of a market like Egypt, which has been a very significant importer of Irish cattle in the past, to the list of markets open to Irish exporters is a timely boost. Timely. On the same day that Minister Coveney celebrated the striking of that deal, Ibrahim Halawa had been captive without trial, in the most atrocious, violent conditions, in breach of every human rights legislation for 922 days. That duration has only got longer. So why in God's name would we replicate a strategy that hasn't worked? We do need to escalate matters. We do need to make the application for a presidential decree, but we have to use trade as a leverage. And unless we take that hardline approach, as the Australians did, who went very clearly, the Australian Foreign Minister went at the time and warned the Egyptians there would be ramifications for Australia's relationship if they didn't release their citizen. They said that Egypt's reputation more generally would be damaged. We have to start playing hardball on this matter. I appreciate that we're here, but it's not enough. We've got to escalate the efforts in that regard.
Thank you, Deputy. I now call on Deputy